Good evening. This is All India Radio, Kohima. I'm Ketholeno with the evening news. The headlines. Prime Minister Narendra Modi virtually launches 3 key projects in Gujarat. Centre approves setting up of 47 additional Indo Tibetan Border Police outposts to set up vigil along border. COVID-19 recovery rate in the country improves to 89.78%, and Nagaland's COVID-19 tally climbs to 8,515. Prime Minister Narendra Modi today virtually launched 3 key projects in Gujarat. Modi inaugurated India's biggest cardiac hospital, UN Mehta Institute of Cardiology and Research Centre at Civil Hospital campus in Ahmedabad. He also launched Kisan Saryodaya Yojana to provide electricity during daytime to farmers of Gir Somnath, Patan and Dahod districts. The Prime Minister also launched the Ginnar Hill Ropeway project in Junagadh. Launching the Kisan Saryodaya Yojana for farmers in Gujarat, Prime Minister Modi said that this project will bring prosperity in the lives of farmers. The Prime Minister asserted the need to adopt the mantra of per drop, more crop, and through this, farmers will be able to arrange micro-irrigation by getting electricity during the day. Under the project, farmers of 1,055 villages of 3 districts will get electricity during the daytime for irrigation. The entire state will be covered under this Kisan Saryodaya Yojana in next 3 years. Meanwhile, the country's biggest cardiac hospital has been set up at a cost of 450 crore rupees, having 1,251 beds, 531 cardiac ICU beds, 15 cardiac modular operation theatres, and 6 cardiac cath labs. While the world's longest temple ropeway at Junagadh in Ginnar is a 130 crore rupees project having 2.3 kilometers length and 900 meters height. Government has given consent to Indo Tibetan Border Police (ITBP) to set up 47 additional border outposts to set up vigil along the border. Minister of State for Home G. Kishan Reddy said this while addressing the 59th Raising Day of Indo Tibetan Border Police. He said government has taken several steps to make ITBP more efficient and modern. Reddy said the present government is committed to empower ITBP. He said apart from border security, ITBP is fighting terrorism in Jammu and Kashmir, left-wing extremism in Chhattisgarh, and making significant contribution in peace mission abroad. Defence Minister Rajnath Singh has greeted all ITBP personnel and their families on the 59th Raising Day. In a tweet, Singh said the ITBP is an extraordinary force which is keeping the border safe. He said the force is known for its fortitude, perseverance and courage. The Health Ministry today said more than 70 lakh people have recovered from COVID-19 infection in the country. During the last 24 hours, more than 67,000 have recovered. The ministry said 10 states and union territories are contributing 81% of the high number of daily recoveries. These states and union territories are Maharashtra, Karnataka, Kerala, Tamil Nadu, Andhra Pradesh, West Bengal, Chhattisgarh, Uttar Pradesh, Rajasthan and Delhi. These states also have more than 48% of the active caseload of the country. The country's COVID-19 rate has reached 89.78%. The actual caseload currently comprises only 8.71% of the total positive cases. Presently, the total number of active cases in the country is over 6,80,000. Nagaland has reported 79 fresh cases of COVID-19 today, taking the total count to 8,515. Health Minister S. Pangyapom tweeted that 44 cases were detected in Dimapur, 23 in Kohima, 5 in Tuensang, 4 in Zunaboto, 2 in Mon and 1 in Kifiri. He further added that 98 patients have also recovered, which include 82 from Dimapur, 12 in Kohima and 4 from Mon. The state's tally of recovered persons now stands at 6,598. Presently, there are 1,815 active cases with 24 persons succumbing to the infection. So far, 70 cases have migrated. The central government has approved a scheme for grant of ex gratia payment of difference between compound interest and simple interest for 6 months to borrowers in specified loan accounts to mitigate COVID-19 effect. According to the Department of Financial Services, the scheme can be availed by borrowers in specified loan accounts for a period 1st March to 31st August. It said that borrowers who have loan accounts having sanctioned limits and outstanding amounts of not exceeding 2 crore rupees will be eligible for the scheme. Under the scheme, MSME loans, education loan, housing loan, credit card dues, automobile loans, consumption loans and personal loans to professionals are covered. However, borrowers whose aggregate of all facilities with lending institutions is more than 2 crore rupees will not be eligible for ex gratia payment under the scheme. This news comes to you from All India Radio, Kohima. Chief Electoral Officer Nagaland Abhijit Sinha has informed that for the forthcoming by-election to 14 Southern Angami 1 and 60 Pungro Kefiri Assembly constituencies, all electors who have been issued with epics will have to produce their epics for identification at the polling station before casting their votes, while for those electors who are unable to produce epic will have to produce alternative photo identity documents such as Aadhaar card, MG NREGA job card, passbooks with photograph issued by bank or post office, health insurance smart card issued under the scheme of Ministry of Labour, driving license, PAN card, smart card issued by RGI under NPR, Indian passport, pension document with photograph, service identity cards with photograph issued to employees by central, state government, PSUs, public limited companies, and official identity cards issued to MPs, MLAs or MLCs. The CEO further informed that photo voter slip will not be accepted as a standalone identification document for voting, though it will be prepared and issued to electors. By poll to 14 Southern Angami 1 and 60 Pungro Kefiri Assembly constituencies will take place on November 3 between 6 a.m. to 4 p.m. The government has extended the due date for filing GST annual return in Form GSTR-9 and GSTR-9A and reconciliation statement in Form GSTR-9C for financial year 2018-19 from 31st October to 31st December 2020. Filing of annual return Form GSTR-9 and GSTR-9A for 2018-19 is optional for taxpayers who had aggregate turnover below 2 crore rupees. The filing of reconciliation statement in Form 9C 2018-19 is optional for the taxpayers having aggregate turnover up to 5 crore rupees. Vice President and Prime Minister greeted people on occasion of Maha Ashtami. In a tweet, Vice President M. Venkaiah Naidu hoped that Goddess Durga will bless people with her choicest blessings. Prime Minister Narendra Modi said he prays that Ma Durga continue to bless us all with happiness, good health and prosperity. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will share his thoughts with the people in the country and abroad in the Mann Ki Baat program on All India Radio at 11 a.m. tomorrow. It will be the 70th episode of the monthly radio program. It will be broadcast on the entire network of AIR and Doordarshan and also AIR News website www.newsonair.com and News on Air mobile app. It will also be streamed live on the YouTube channels of AIR, DD News, PMO and Information and Broadcasting Ministry. AIR will broadcast the program in regional languages immediately after the Hindi broadcast. The regional language versions will be repeated at 8 in the evening. And as the nation fights COVID-19 pandemic, let us all remember to stay safe and protected by following these 3 simple steps: wear a face mask, wash hands frequently, and follow social distancing. To end the news, the headlines. Prime Minister Narendra Modi virtually launches 3 key projects in Gujarat. Centre approves setting up of 47 additional Indo Tibetan Border Police outposts to set a vigil along border. COVID-19 recovery rate in the country improves to 89.78% and Nagaland's COVID-19 tally climbs to 8,515. That's all we have in this evening news bulletin. Good night.